All right, here we are, our last game of the week. Chiefs heading to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Bills here at 6-1, an excellent start to the season. Chiefs back up at 5-3, a chance to take possession of first place here with the win. The Raiders lost, so they're just looking to take care of business here if they can. It's been a up and down start for the Chiefs, mainly due to injury. Now they're kind of riding that high back. Traded for Stephon Gilmore to anchor that corner room. Hopefully, I can get a little better production out of that. And drop off. Not much there. Good tackle in space by Milano. So a 3rd and 3 coming up. And a strike across the middle. That's Tyreek Hill. Gets him the first down. And Scattaboo, a nice run, gets him 9 yards. So Scattaboo stepping up and starting back here. He's had an awesome start to his career. And over the head of Scattaboo there. Thought he was a lot taller. And we getting a false start or an offside? It's probably a false start. Yep, false start it is. And nearly another offsides and over the head again. Just wild on this drive. Little uncharacteristic inaccuracies from him there.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Alright, so Mahomes lost the touch there on the end of the last drive. Let's see if Josh can get some points up on the board. That's a great job by this Chiefs defense rallying to the football, and a penalty is also going to be hit at the end. Take it back to 1st and 20 or 2nd and 15? You're going to go 1st and 20. I would have done the 2nd and 15 personally, but at the end of the day, I guess it probably doesn't matter too much. Blitz comes top of your screen. Josh steps up and away from it. He's going to try to run for it. He is going to run for it. He's got the first down and breaks the tackle to get more. 24 yards on the carry. Well, I guess it doesn't matter which down it is if he's going to run for 24 yards. 1st and 10 Bills. And pressure comes, and he cannot get out of it. Also a late flag. That's an 8-yard sack. Just don't take the penalty here. A late hold, though. Rasheed Walker this time, but they'll take the 2nd and 19. So this pressure from the Chiefs front has been excellent so far to start today. There's another blitz, quick pass, nothing there for him. 3rd and 17 coming up. Let's see if they keep sending that blitz or if they sit back in a shell. They send 5. It's picked up for now. Josh got time. He's going to the sideline to interception ball, but it's caught over his head. What a grab by Waller. Unfortunately for the Bills, I think this is going to be a holding. It is a holding call, so 3 penalties on the drive. Don Dawkins his 2nd. This is going to have a 3rd and 27. An injury timeout as well for the Bills. I'm not sure who it would be. We're not going to see it, so could have been a lineman, could have been Waller. It's really hard to say from here. So we'll just keep rolling. 3rd and 27. They set up a screen. They dump it off, get some blocks in front, but unfortunately there's just, so much yards needed. They're just trying to set up better field position on that. And the punt is away. It's a booming one. Down to the 10-yard line. Tyreek Hill looking to return it. And he gets the sideline, makes a man miss, and gets out to the 30-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
All right, so both defenses holding serve here to start. Let's see if the Chiefs can break through. And Scadaboo on the ground, great blocking. He makes a man miss, and that's putting it lightly. 2nd and 2 coming up. Heavy formation.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Fannin in motion across your screen there. They go power right at Kelsey, and Scadaboo going to get another 7-yard run. First down, Chiefs. Now, noticing they're running a little too much, they go out and empty. They'll send forward. Mahomes going to run for it himself, and he's got a nice run started, but doesn't quite get through that first level unscathed. He does get 5 yards, though. A 2nd and 5. And Scadaboo is weaving through the traffic. He's not going to get that first down. Another injury. This one, Devin Lloyd, anchor of this defense. He goes down in a lot of pain, but he's going to be all right. So a 3rd and 3. Will they go back to the ground game? They won't. Through the air. Fires it. And oh man, overthrows another one. This one going for Fannin again. And just, I mean, way too overcooked right now. And they're going for it on 4th and 3. Believing in their guys. They've gotten good looks. And there's going to be a false start or an offsides. False start. They barely even got lined up. So now they have to punt. 4th and 8. Costly mistake there from the Chiefs. And the punt's not looking great. And it is not great. Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So that's why you go for it. But 4th and 8 is a little steep. And a late penalty. This one by the Chiefs, it looks like. We'll see if it actually is that. A roughing the passer call there. So they get a completion for 7 yards, and they tack on another 15 there. Tough sequence for them. Josh, he's got a man in the flat, and that's a nice 7-yard gain. 2nd and 3. And Josh, read option, going to keep it. He's got lots of space. He makes a man miss. He catches a block. He's inside the 20 and down at the 16-yard line. The legs of Josh Allen, something that the Chiefs cannot keep up with right now. They're down into the red zone and threatening to put up our first points of the day. They go counter. They get good blocking there as they get a nice 5-yard run. And back to Mitchell, and stuffed right there in the hole. And an injury to Rasheed Walker, down in a lot of pain. Been a rough start for the Bills in terms of penalties and injuries. A lot of guys going down, but a 3rd and 3 coming up. Aguilar in motion to the top of your screen. And they go to him, and he's got it on the, some people call it a whip, although I guess it is in, so whip or zig, depending on your terminology, I guess. Aguilar gets into a 1st and goal at the 1. We'll see if they let Mitchell punch it in here. Got a decent, favorable look here in the box, but they're probably sending a linebacker blitz. BTJ in motion. They go through the air, and Josh going to try to run for it. He cannot get out of the grasp of Kobe Turner. As Sack sets up a 2nd and goal from the 4. Now a little stronger front. Wouldn't love to run it here. And touchdown Aguilar. So the sack only delays the inevitable. Bills put up our first points of the day. And on the a play action. They got me. Slings it short, and Fannin, he is not going to make a miss. Only 2 yards on the play.
Complete to Harold Fannin Jr. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second
And out to Scadaboo. He's got a blocker in front. He picks up that block, but does not follow it. So 7-0 game. Bills up. Start of our second quarter. Chiefs just got a big first down and are looking to find some points here. And not going to get the offsides call. And they go to the ground, and great blocking up front. 9 yards before he's touched, and sets up a second and inches.
10 more yards. He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup.
You go back to him, and he gets outside and gets him the first down. Good cut.
It's a gain of 2. And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
And Mahomes over the middle, and he's got a man. Is that Keenan, or is that Keenan Allen with the grab? Gets him down to the 12. Maybe finding the accuracy here a little bit. Had to settle down from a rough start. Scadaboo goes outside, but there's nothing for him there. Tackle for loss for Fuller.
He was brought down by Kendall Fuller. No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 12-yard line. Mahomes pass intended for Tyreek Hill. Incomplete. Brings up third down.
All right, so at 3rd and 10, Chiefs. Can they get into the end zone and even this game up? End zone shot, and they got it. Harold Fannin Jr. with the touchdown. So a big time throw again from Mahomes, just rifling that thing in there.
The kicker on for the point after.
All right. So, and almost blocked, but it is still good. 7-all.
That ties the game at 7. Jake Bailey set to kick off. Ashton Davis on the return. The Bills take over first.
All right, the Bills now had their touchdown answered. Will they be able to build on that?
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up second and 12.
All right, 2nd and 12 coming up here. Sorry, I'm uploading the recap here again, just making sure it actually does it. So let's do that. And Josh to Waller. This is a 3rd and 5.
Complete to Darren Waller. It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and
And pressure comes, and he cannot get away from it. And also a penalty, but a huge blitz again. They continue to play optimistic football here.
Ryan Stonehouse in punt formation.
So they punt yet again. Chiefs chance to take the lead.
Tyreek Hill on the return. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
All right, and a great job by the Bills on first down, bottling up the run. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 31-yard line. Mahomes pass. Complete to Travis Kelce. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
And not gonna get it. He's open, but just didn't get it to him soon enough. Speed of Hill working against him, and no more points on that drive. And the punt's away.
Fair catch, signaled for and taken. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
All right, we have crossed the halfway point, second quarter. Josh gonna run for it again, and he's gonna fumble, and it's recovered by the Chiefs. So been playing with fire, taking these hits, and the quarterback fumble by the Madden QB comes up once again. Stephon Gilmore able to recover it, and the Chiefs now with a short field. And hit his lineman as he threw. Not sure where he was even going to end up going with that. And complete 3rd and 2 coming up. I think this is 4 down territory unless they lose a few yards on this play. And rolls out. And he's under pressure. Can he get rid of it? He can. So a 4th and 2. Will they go for it? They will not. They're going to take a 3-point lead. And so the return from Buffalo here, got to shake off the turnover. And what a return it is. A good cut back past the 40, out to the 42-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
And Josh going to keep it unfazed by the fumble. He still makes a man miss. He fumbles it again. Back-to-back carries for Josh Allen with a fumble. And the Chiefs are going to take over in good field position again. Blackman recovers it and steps out of bounds. And Fannon's going to get him a couple yards. 3rd and 9 coming up. Bills defense asked yet again to get a stop and keep him in the game. And incomplete. Goes back to Fannin. Great coverage by the safety, and they have to punt. So the Bills will lose field position in this, but they do not allow points. Defense playing huge for them right now. That's a great punt down to the 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line. Keaton Mitchell, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Sam Franklin. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 6-yard line.
And Allen to throw. He drops it off back in the backfield. And that's just no chance for Aguilar. A 3rd and 11. A timeout by the Chiefs.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
And Josh going to roll out. He's going to try to run for it again. He's got the 1st down. And he does not go down again. He is unfazed by the fumbles. Believes in himself to hold on to the ball. As I'm sure AP is somewhere just begging him to slide when he gets the 1st down. But it's not in his DNA. And out wide, Keaton Mitchell gets a block. And he is racing to the sideline. He gets out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So a nice pick play there. Gets a couple blocks. And that's a chunk play there And we're running a weird formation here. Maybe a blitz on top of the screen. No, it's just a weird zone. And they run the screen to Mitchell. He doesn't quite get the lot of blockers that he needed there. 4 yards, 2nd and 6, does not get out of bounds, so they hurry right back up to the line of scrimmage. And dropped off to Mitchell again, so seemingly, zeroed in on that. That's Edrin Cooper down with the injury. Doubled over in a lot of pain, and he is going to be all right. The trainers are actually looking at him, so maybe a little worse than the other guys that just sat there on the sideline alone. 3rd and 3. And swings it once again. It's completely locked in on. I was locked in on the running back. Did nothing else other than look at him. It's just not a good strategy. And nearly blocked, but does get it off still. And a touchback. So got to be frustrating for the Bills to watch your star quarterback simply lock in on one guy. And that one guy being somebody running flat routes. But pressure comes, and that is a great job by the Bills. And they pushed him forward, though. So never mind. Bad job by the Bills. They rallied to the football awesome. Hit Mahomes, hit Scatterboo in the backfield, but what could have been a 4-yard loss turned into a gain of a yard. Play action. Mahomes under pressure. He's rolling out. He's under duress. And a late flag by the Chiefs as well. We'll see if they accept it. A hold called late in the play. So they do take it, favoring pushing him back the yards rather than the down. And an offsides on a guy who isn't even blitzing. That's just absolutely unacceptable. And complete. And not a ton for him there at 3rd and 7. Bills calling timeouts, which is a bad idea, frankly. Like, you haven't gotten the stop yet. But gave the Chiefs a free timeout if they pick up this 1st down. And, well, I guess it worked out. Ooh, almost caught it, too. Fuller could have walked away with a pick. They will punt. They will have 2 timeouts and 42 seconds left. Let's see if they can get Josh Allen off of that running back only mentality. It's a good punt down to the 32 and fair caught there. So Josh, I can't call it a good day on the ground when you turn it over twice, but he's had a lot of yards. A little prevent defense from the Chiefs, so should have opportunities. They go quarterback power, taking advantage of them playing back, and he is again unfazed. I don't hate the play call to run it necessarily in that spot when they are so far back, but again, get out of bounds, Josh. And that's a dump off. Gonna have to hurry to the line. They call a quick timeout, which is bad. So once again, though, we're looking at Josh not doing a good job playing quarterback in the 2-minute drill. Like that's a bad throw. Like that's way too quick, and that could have gone to the flat. And now we're looking at no time. You have to throw this ball in the dirt now. But he's not going to. And he gets out of bounds just too late. So horrible. I mean, like, I cannot stress enough how bad this has gone for them, given how easy they've had it. They've ran the ball at will with Josh, but he keeps fumbling it. They're throwing the ball well, but they're not actually trying to throw the ball well. They're just throwing dink and dunks. So it's obviously not working for them at this point in the game. They have to try to convince Josh to throw the ball down the field. It's there, what I can see, but they're not trying for it. Play action. And he does go down the field, and it is there. So they did tell him at halftime, please God, throw the ball deep. And Aguilar on the post gets a grab. 1st and 10, Bills. You go counter. And it's great blocking by everybody up front as they get 6 yards. BTJ, one-on-one, top of your screen. Maybe safety help over the top. They go Josh on the ground yet again. Go down, buddy. He makes a man miss, and he's going to get him to the 21-yard line. Over 100 yards for Josh on the ground.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
He ain't even reading the option anymore. He's just tucking that thing.
First and 10 at the 20.
And nothing for him there. Running backs, just, guy meeting him in the hole. Wide receiver did not give him the blocks he needed. Granted, that's on a linebacker, so that's a tough assignment, but second and 11.
At the Chiefs' 21-yard line.
And BTJ behind him, but a great pirouette and through the contact for Brian Thomas Jr. and the Bills have taken back the lead. So all of a sudden, you open up the playbook here and you get Josh to throw it down the field. Everything looks a little easier.
Makes the score Bills 14, Chiefs 10. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And rips it. And that's not really a rip, but Tyreek holds on to it through the contact, gets him 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Kansas City.
And a nice run from Scadaboo gets him a 10-yard carry. Feels like he's been better than 4.7 per carry, but obviously he's had some, stuff in the line of scrimmage probably killing his averages. He does not have that really explosive run yet.
A gain of 11 on the play.
And out wide, one man to beat. He does beat him, but unfortunately the pursuit from Sweat does get there in time.
Complete to number 29, Tyrone Tracy. 4 yards.
So 2nd and 6, play action, and a strike to Fan, and what a catch from the rookie tight end. Down to the 27.
13 yards on the play. That's another Kansas City.
And a nice run. And it doesn't quite, is it? 10 yards seems to be a hard ceiling for him, but 11 yards, well blocked up front, following behind Fuaga. And it looked like Fannin in the blocking. But we got a first down in the red zone. They go back to Scadaboo, and not much for him that time. Backside defender gets there in time. 2nd and 7, and we're going empty.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And touchdown Tyreek Hill. So the Chiefs storm right back down the field and answer.
Complete to Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Kansas City. The kicker on for the point after. His kick is
All right, 17-14. Bills getting the ball back. Got to keep it moving.
Bills 14. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
I mean, nice returns from this guy today.
Davis on the return. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And on the ground, good blocking, a great cut. He's got one man to beat. Does not quite beat him to the sideline, but gets down to the 43. That's Darren Waller down with an injury. He had a good block to help spurn things, but he's going to sit out for the rest of the drive, I would imagine. Juwan Jennings probably in. Or Juwan Jennings. Juwan Johnson. Yeah. Anyway, 8 yards. A little high, but still reeled in. 2nd and 7. Top of your screen, you got press man. Safety playing a little in. And they go to the ground. And my God, the running game for the Bills. Cooking right now. Oh, Johnson, nice. Roshan Johnson, you bet. Play action, and he gets pressure in his face, so he gets rid of it quick. And that's going to be a nice first down, 7-yard completion. You go counter. And a nice run again, but it's going to be taken back for a penalty. So a 2nd and 13 coming up. And BTJ on the backside dig. Another injury for the Bills. This poor team just cannot stay healthy in this game. Also, just to the sideline, this one looks a little more severe. The trainers actually did their job. And complete. BTJ's 2nd straight touchdown. So, they finally got him going. He had a nice catch on the last play. This time, just a walk-in touchdown. And the Bills' offense is in gear. All right, so the Chiefs now, they've got to keep the offense turned up to 11, unfortunately for them. Defense has not quite recaptured that magic. I'd love to see the Chiefs defense get back to blitzing more. They had success early in the game, rattling Josh, getting him out of the pocket. Now, I think they're probably scared that Josh is going to run the ball on him and not get the fumbles that saved them early in the game. But I do think that that's your recipe for success, is to get him rattled again, get him checking it down more, and hopefully you can rally and tackle from there. And Scadaboo on the ground, and just not much, but he found 4 yards out of it. A great job of being patient, not forcing it into the first hole or the cutback, going all the way back to the backside of the play and getting 4 yards. Complete over the middle, Fannin gets him a first down. What a day for the rookie tight end. And play action, blitz comes, but he gets rid of it quick and just over the head of Travis Kelce. Vea lighting up really threw me off. It's like, he's not over there. Anyway, 3rd and 11 coming up. You're going to have to air it out. You stack your superstars top of your screen. Safety up over top, but that's, I think, where I'm looking. Kelce gets a good release, and he gets it to him under pressure, but waits for his guy to break open across the middle of the field. Travis Kelce gets him that first down. Couldn't connect on the first play of this series as he had a wide open over route, but either way, they convert there, and that's going to be Keenan Allen who fumbles it. It's recovered by the Bills. What a turn of events here. Backside dig, wide open, catches it clean, but blown up by Milano, who catches the ball out of the air. So even if it wasn't a catch, it does not matter. But just oh, it's actually not Milano. That's the safety. Bullard maybe coming up and getting it, and Milano catches it out of the air. So the first turnover for the Chiefs, and we'll see if the Bills can use it to take a 2-score lead. On the ground, and great job by the Chiefs defense. Standing tall, they blitzed off the backside, and it got home just in time. Maybe one more play before the end of the quarter. And goes for it all. He's got a step. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown on the last play of the 3rd quarter. And that is a backbreaker for the Chiefs. You commit 2 guys to him, you still can't keep up. Just a beautiful ball here from Josh Allen, and nothing the Chiefs can do but watch it as he trots into the end zone. And there we have it, an 11-point game. All right, and our 4th quarter kicks off. Here is the Bills. We'll kick off to the Chiefs. Got to shake off the unfortunate fumble there. Just kind of a fluke play. We've seen 3 fumbles in this game, which is just not the kind of thing you usually see. But we've seen it here. Now Mahomes just got to continue to trust his guys. I mean, they gotten this far. Keenan, obviously, you don't expect to fumble on every play. And just keep steady the ship, keep it going, and try to put this back to a one-score game. And blitz comes, he delivers it quick to Keenan Allen, right back to him. He brings him a miss, makes another one miss, and down to the 43-yard line. So unfazed and locked in. 2 broken tackles, a nice 25-yard catch or so, and the Chiefs are in Bills territory yet again. On the ground, and this time just nowhere to go. Montez Sweat off the edge, Devin Lloyd spilling from the inside. The Bills ranking. They're actually third on the year in Bills, but today they only have 1 Bill. So better work on that if they're going to try to climb up to first in the Bills ranking. And complete short, and just nothing there for Fannin. 3rd and 8. And a strike to Kelsey. Back to the well they go, and the well has not run dry yet. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And the screen just completely blown up. Bills all over it. And complete the kill, who tries to bolt through 2 guys and basically does it. A 3rd and 1, heavy formation here, strength on strength, and it not offsides, but does not matter. Will Shipley gets outside and gets him to the 13-yard line. So good thing he wasn't trying to go over the A gap. And complete catch and run and touchdown. That's A.J. Barner, I believe. It is. So a Barner touchdown gets them right back in the game. They will have to go for 2 here to decide if they need a field goal or a touchdown. So we'll see if the Bills defense can get the stop. 6:50 to go. So we got about 3 possessions, maybe 4. Kind of once you counts and stuff. And complete short, and it's caught, and into the end zone they go. That's Scattaboo. So a 3-point game it is. So there's a little game theory you can do with this, essentially. As you're the Bills, doesn't necessarily feel too bad, right? You go on a drive, you punt. They may set up for that field goal instead of going 4 on 4th. If you feel like you can't stop him. Another great return. He's off, 1 man to beat. What a return day for the Buffalo Bills. He gets it down to the 43 of the Kansas City Chiefs. That is 3 really good returns on the day, and probably 2 of our very longest on the entire year. Just great stuff here, and I don't even know who it is. Number 21, I don't know. But regardless, what a day, as the Bills will look to capitalize on this great return. And it's Brian Thomas Jr. who cannot reel it in. Tries to hit him in between the man coverage and the safety. Just took an absolute shot there. 2nd and 10. Complete. Aguilar gets them to a 3rd and manageable, up to the 37. They are in field goal range. We did talk about the game theory of it, where you don't want to necessarily force them to do touchdowns. That being said, you would much rather have a bigger lead than a smaller lead. So, at the end of the day, you take your points when you can get them. But I would consider going for this on 4th down for sure. They won't need to worry about it here, as they get Keaton Mitchell up to the 25-yard line. An aggressive throw, but one that is rewarded. That's a big fella. You go to the ground, and great job in the hole. Keaton Mitchell, a beautiful run. Finding the crease, cuts it back out wide, and gets him to the 12-yard line. It's a game-winning type of play. Of course, a lot of game left, but his play today has been huge. And that's going to be bottled up. And a great run and a touchdown. Keaton Mitchell, obviously a monstrous rep from your offensive line, but no messing around from Mitchell. He punches it right into the end zone. So I mentioned we had 3 drives left. That's 1. Chiefs now have to make it be 3 more, or 4 more at the time I said it. So, 10-point game. Ball is in the Chiefs' court. They cannot stop the run right now. That's the biggest problem. You obviously still have to deal with Josh on 3rd down, but you got to get there first. And right now, Keaton Mitchell is playing some awesome football. Is that Scadaboo down, or is he just... Yep, Scadaboo is down. So he has been a great weapon for them in the pass game. We're going to have to see Shipley or Tracy step up in that spot for him. Weird formation for the Bills. They're sending a blitz behind the screen. They back off of it, but just because they sent so much, they sent their passing strength away, leaving, Hill or Kelsey a free release and basically do whatever they want. I'd like to see them try for a little harder. A blitz off the top of your screen. It's picked up, but not the interior. That's going to be a sack by the Bills. A great job by this front. They confused the Chiefs, ambushed them, and they could not get it off. So they have to hurry back to this line. 3:35 to play at 3rd and 16. He rolls out, and Sweat has got another sack. Back-to-back sacks for the Bills. Our first 2 of the day, and they could not have asked for a better timing on those. A 4th and 28 for Buffalo. Getting this stop will basically seal the game. And on the ground with a hold. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. So that's it. I mean, questionable play call to say at least. What a fucking rep. Tyree Wilson? Yeah, Tyree Wilson. My God, what a play. They got to block the kick. Nah, they don't have to block the kick. They just got to force the kick and get it onside themselves. And Josh going to try to run for it. Well, I mean, a fumble by Josh Allen would definitely do it. No question about that. Yeah. We go back to the ground with Josh. I cannot disagree any further with continuing to run Josh. Just at this point for his hits. Don't let him take hits. But either way. So they will jump out to a 13-point lead here. The Chiefs are not out of it, but it's not looking great either. They got out of there with only 2 timeouts used, but they basically need a shot play that gets out of bounds and they kick the field goal. They can't kick a field goal. Never fucking mind. Yeah, they need the onside kick. No way around it now. They need the onside kick unless they score a touchdown on this very play. May just try a bomb to Tyreek Hill, see if you can do it. Changes your game script a little bit if you can score before the 2-minute. And, oh man, well they kind of tried it, but it was well covered over the top. 2nd and 10. And complete the Fannin. He is not going to be able to get out of bounds or even close to that 1st down marker. 3rd and 4 coming up. So last play before the 2-minute. Play action. Pressure comes, and he gets it out. And a flag, which will work as a timeout. So they're going to get an extra 15 yards tacked on top of this. Plus the stoppage of the clock. Matt Milano, they're too late. Still delivers a blow to Mahomes. So 1st and 10 from the 42. An untimed down. Well, not quite, but, a stoppage will be at the end of this regardless. And complete to Kelsey, and he's going to get him a nice another 1st down. Doesn't matter how long it takes them to score to some extent, as long as they don't use the timeout. You can use another 30 seconds or so. You feel okay about it? As they're going to waste a play here. Scadaboo going to get barely back to the line of scrimmage. So, alright, well that's not the play I was hoping for, but either way, I mean, it's definitely doable from here. with the onside. Like it's always the onside at this point that's going to require the game. But time-wise, they can do it if they stop doing that. Of course, now they need to do one of those to get a first down, but they really need a chunk play.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
And over the head of Tyreek Hill. Would have been a nice run after catch opportunity, a 4th and 3. So obviously pick this up, worry about the rest of the game later. Almost an offsides to give them a first down for free. The Bills have not been very disciplined in that. They go to the ground and they get it. So another 4th down run call for the Chiefs. But the good thing with a run in that situation is everybody's closer to the line of scrimmage to be. You can snap it a little sooner if you don't lollygag around like they're doing right now. And Kelsey gets them down to the 9-yard line. Got to get end zone shots from here. Less than a minute's going to be pretty hard to pull off for a touchdown, even with a timeout. And they get just that. So Kelsey reels it in, gets into the end zone. It'll all come down to the onside kick. All right, so it is good. A 6-point game. Will the Chiefs recover this onside kick? Oh, they did! They recovered it! The Bills' miscue leads to the Chiefs recovering the onside. They have a chance to win this game. 53 seconds left. They have got to go 58 yards. And a completion to Tyreek. He breaks the tackle down to the 42. Got to hurry to the ball here. 45 seconds left. Down to the 42. They're going to spike it, which is good. I like a spike here. So a 39-second to go 42 yards. A great first play. They have a timeout in their back pocket too. If you can get a 20-yard completion here, maybe 25 yard, anything within the red zone, you're looking at comfortably be able to get to the line of scrimmage. So you take your timeout then. And out wide, and that's going to save him a timeout as he gets out of bounds to the 28-yard line. So this went from being a very improbable win to a decently likely if they can execute. 36 seconds to go. They swing it out off his back. That's not the play call I think you were hoping for, so good to not waste a timeout or time on that. 2nd and 10, 34 seconds left. Motioning out again on the play. Tyreek lined up as a flex back. And incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up. Keenan got folded up like a damn lawn chair. 3rd and 10. They got to get a first down first. And they have a timeout in their back pocket, so don't worry about how you get it. Just got to get it. And incomplete. Milano in coverage knocks the ball free. And now, and early, it all comes down to this. As 28 seconds left, they've got to get this first down. And then it becomes, can you punch it in the end zone? What will the Chiefs do to try to pick this up? Looking like a max protect here. Little check and release from Kelsey. And they get it. Keenan Allen down to the 10-yard line. Timeout Chiefs. 22 seconds remain. They will have their time to run their 4 plays. But will they be able to get it in the end zone? Bills backs against the wall. At this point, I think you call timeouts if you're the Bills. And complete. And they're not going to have a chance to call their timeouts. Tyreek Hill into the end zone. The Chiefs have tied this up. Extra point to take the lead. What a finish to this game. The miscue on the onside kick from the Bills. That ball probably wasn't even going 10 yards. But he knocks it down into the Chiefs. An injury report. Milano goes down. 19 seconds. They're going to have to 13 seconds to the Chiefs here. They've had great returns, though. Can they get one last magical return out of this unit? And they're not going to try for it in favor of saving the time. So out to the 35. They need to get 25 yards to feel good about it. Well, and that's a great start. He's down to the 44-yard line in one play. Bills timeout. 14 seconds left. Now you only need like 10 of them to kick a 50-yarder. And complete to BTJ down to the 31-yard line. The Bills are in field goal range. They got to run one more play to get the clock down a little further. But this, if they can just get a couple extra yards, feel better about the kick, they have a chance at this thing. They go to the ground. Mitchell, he's got a nice run, and he is down at the 24. Timeout called. The field goal unit is on a 40-and-a-half-yarder for the win. Kick is up. And it's good. The Bills will win it. A 41-39 thriller. Bates drills it straight through the uprights, and what a finish we have had here. My God. You thought it was over for the Chiefs. A minute 30 to go. Things are dire. They pull off the touchdown and the onside kick. I mean, then they come down a dramatic 4th-and-10 conversion, leading to a quick touchdown to Hill. Make the extra point in 19 seconds left. The Bills in 3 plays and they ended up using 4 plays, 13 seconds, but they could have kicked it after 3 plays in 10 seconds. They pull it off. What a finish! What a game, man! Put this one in the ACSU Classics, Johnny. Look at this: the bomb to BTJ, the comeback, the answer. Man, what a game! Both these quarterbacks just a fucking phenomenal game. Josh Allen, and I think that's not a perfect pass rating, but it's pretty close. But obviously he has 2 fumbles, so that's gonna hurt him in the overall game. Mitchell, Scattaboo both playing great football throughout this game. Everybody efficient throughout. Fannin getting 9 catches, Hill over 100 yards, Brian Thomas Jr. over 100 yards, Keenan Allen over 100 yards, BTJ with a hat trick for the game. I mean, the offensive lines were dominating up front throughout, but the defense has got some of their own plays on top of it. Kobe Turner was a monster. I mean, what a game! No way around it. That was one of the best games that we've had here. No block, no safeties, and no defensive touchdown. So that will do it. What a week! We'll see you next week.